My name is Narumiya. This happened on my 18th birthday.
Congratulations on your marriage.
What? Don't you mean birthday?
The two of you are now husband and wife.
Husband and wife?
We also had your belongings shipped to your new place. We rented out a nearby apartment for your new home.
What? Wait a minute. What exactly is a marriage registration?
We submitted it on your behalf.
What? That's how my cousin who lives next door became my wife on my 18th birthday. My cousin Marimo lives next door to us. My mom and Marimo's mom are siblings and very close, so when they each got married, they decided to have their houses built close to each other. So, as children, Marimo and I were very close for cousins. And while we were children, one day, Marimo, what do you have there?
If we ride on this, can we get married when we get older? One of my neighbors was getting married, but she gave me this while she was crying and said she didn't need it anymore.
While crying? I wonder what happened.
I wonder what happened too.
Well, okay. Then let's write our names down.
Are you sure?
You're so shy and quiet, so if I don't take care of you, you won't ever get married. Just leave everything in the future to me.
Okay. Thank you.
So that's what's going on. When I was a kid, I promised a girl that I would marry her when I grew up. And now that I've grown up, our parents bring it back up, believing us when we were kids. So they waited until I turned 18, and then turned in the marriage registration we signed on our behalf to the city. I thought that this wouldn't count, but I know for sure that it wasn't us who signed it. The one-sided celebration continued well past midnight, until Marimo and I arrived at our new home. For some reason, I feel really tired.
Yeah, me too.
Well, leaving all that stuff for tomorrow, I'm just going to have a bath and go to sleep. I feel sort of mentally exhausted.
Yeah, let's do that.
What? I'll just sleep on the sofa. That reminds me, it's been a while since I spoke to Marimo. Ever since middle school, we stopped talking to each other and drifted apart before we knew it. To think that this is our first conversation in a while is... My cousin is my wife. What am I going to do? That night, I fell asleep thinking about what was to come next. Something smells good.
Good morning, Narumi-kun.
Good morning. Did you make breakfast for me?
Yeah, I hope it suits your taste.
It's good.
I'm glad.
Marimo, don't just stand around and eat with me.
Okay, I'll have some.
Thanks for the meal.
Thank you for the meal.
I didn't know that you were this good at cooking.
I've been practicing.
In that case, you'll make a great bride someday.
Huh?
That's right. Forget about being a good bride. She's been my wife since yesterday. What am I saying? I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. Thank you.
That aside, what are we going to do? Our mothers have always been that sort of people. We ended up getting pulled around a lot as children, but I never would have thought this would happen. Ha!
Narumi-kun, are you okay?
When I raised my head, Marimo was looking at me with a worried expression. Well, of course, she'd be troubled if she suddenly told that I was her husband. Don't worry, I'll be sure to take care of this.
Okay.
Narumi, morning. Oh, morning. The person who called out to me is Tsukasa Shinomiya. I've known him since elementary school, and he was a common friend with Marimo and me. Former childhood friend, I mean. I heard, apparently, you and Marimo-chan are married now. Hold on! Come here! Why do you know about this? I just bumped into your mom on the street and she told me about it. I'm begging you, just don't tell anyone at school about it. Of course, I won't go around spreading the news. So, how's your newlywed life going? I don't even know what to tell you. It just started, so nothing much. If there's anything you're worried about, I'll hear you out. I'm already up to the brim with things I'm worried about, but, well, thanks. After that, Marimo and I had a normal newlywed life. It was confusing at first, but then I gradually got used to it. And before I knew it, I was already enjoying my honeymoon. No, no, no! Why am I enjoying this? It's not that I was thinking about what to do. It's just that once you've submitted a marriage registration, there's only one way to have it revoked. Seriously, what am I going to do?
About what?
Tsubasa,
You look pretty serious about something. But I'll hear you out if you want.
I was just thinking how bad it would be if things stayed like this.
Bad? What's so bad about marrying the person you're in love with?
In love with?
Well, I thought you were in love with Marimo-chan.
No, well, I can't say I don't. That's right, I'd always been in love with Marimo. That hasn't changed.
So then, what's wrong?
That's exactly the problem. I'm not fit for someone like Marimo. I started thinking that way in middle school. Marimo got prettier and prettier, and more guys confessed to her. A plain and normal guy like me just isn't a good fit. So I started keeping my distance from her, and that's how we drifted apart. Marimo is a really good girl. I don't want to force her into a marriage. Just because of a promise we made, I want her to be happy for real.
I see now. Now I know that you think a lot about her. But have you heard from her what she thinks?
I don't need to ask her to know that much.
Just because you've been together a long time doesn't mean you know everything, you know? Especially since Marimo-chan is shy and doesn't really show her feelings.
Well, that's true, but
just go talk to her about it once.
You're right. The problem won't solve itself even if I keep putting it off. That night, I would talk to Marimo properly about it. That's what I decided as I went home that night. Marimo, do you have a minute?
Yes, what is it?
I wanted to talk about the future.
The future?
Do you have anything you want to do?
That's...
I knew she'd be in trouble. She always tended to put up with things instead of saying something. That's why I often had to figure out her feelings on my own. This time too seemed to be like that. That's why I had to make a decision.
I did a bit of research. Apparently, once you're married, even like this, the only way to fix it is to get a divorce.
A divorce? I know being divorced as a high schooler is a bit much, but I think it's the best, considering that we're both still in high school. I'm planning on talking about this with our mothers this weekend.
I see. Okay. I understand.
The next day, we stopped having conversations. Even though we were in the same room, it was like back when we were still apart from each other. But this was for the best. With Marimo's happiness in mind, I stuffed my emotions inside of me. When one day... This is late, even for her. Don't tell me something happened. You'll catch a cold out here.
I don't want to divorce.
Huh? I couldn't believe my ears when she spoke in a shaky voice.
I've always been in love with you. Ever since we signed that form, I've been looking forward to when you'd turn 18. We had times where we drifted apart, but I was hoping that the marriage would bring us closer together.
Marimo.
But it was only me who thought that way. If you really want a divorce, then I'll...
You're wrong!
Huh?
I knew I would regret it for the rest of my life if I didn't tell her then. I thought you would regret marrying someone like me. I thought that we weren't a good match. Because you're smart and popular. I thought that there were so many men better than me. When I asked you what you wanted to do, I thought that you actually didn't want to be married, but couldn't say anything. I didn't expect that you would actually feel this way.
That's... just... I got embarrassed thinking about the future.
I see. Sorry, I misunderstood.
I love you, Narumi-kun. I want to be together.
Are you really okay with someone like me?
Yes. I can't imagine being with anyone but you.
Thank you. Marimo, which do you like?
Hmm.
A few days after that, we went to a nearby jewelry shop.
Marimo-chan, how about something like this?
Wait, why is Tsukasa coming with us to buy wedding rings anyway?
Because I have something to buy too.
Something to buy?
This is cute.
That's good. It suits you.
Should we get that?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's my present for you too. Excuse me, please give me this too. You can't wear your wedding ring to school, right? So I thought that with this chain, you could wear it around your neck.
Tsukasa, you...
It's my childhood friend's marriage. At least let me celebrate with you too.
Tsukasa-kun, thank you.
And that's how Marimo and I became wife and husband, on paper and for real.
Hi everyone! Thank you for supporting our channel all the time. We are so happy to see you all having fun watching our channel. We have started membership from this December to make us easy to connect with all the fans we love. You can take a look at the details from the descriptions on the video.
So please, check it out!
We would like to create more fantastic and funny videos and channels with you all, so we are waiting for your participation. Hope you liked today's video as well.